legit wonderful.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't enjoy yourself. You're only allowing these people to just make more of this with this secret Saiyan who's stronger than freaking SS Blue Vegito.
Cool.
And he's just in the shadows and never mentioned and in his secret prison.
Cool. Cool.
This is what we're getting.
Yep. But people recognize it's a fun joke fluff. Who gives a shit? As opposed to, here's Jiren, the greatest villain I've ever seen.
But he is, though.
Cool. Yep. Get in there.
That sounds like a very similar to reaction that you just had about Dragon Ball Heroes, though, so I'm confused.
No. I was talking, DA showed me another Heroes thing, and I'm just like, cool. No. Super is trash.
There's the tenors of BG's cools that you have to like really listen for the subtlety. Cool is like, yeah, he's okay with it. Cool is he's pissed off at it.
We in there. Trunks and Vegeta's fuse. Cool. Get in there.
Jiren?
Yep.
No. Anything Jiren is like, nah. My girl Belle took me straight to the top.
Why am I not surprised, Belle?
They weren't ready for it. You almost lost to a Ganon.
You don't. That's the story of my life.
You're almost losing to a Ganon?
Almost losing the Ganon. Because if no matter who you are, you're always one hit away from almost losing to a Ganon. It's not fair.
Is Ganon really?
I'm just imagining like just milestone moments of your life, like graduating high school. You almost failed. It's just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Go to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick, just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking
so dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint. That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sick.
keep willing out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
He's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
So they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It is
it's
all
amazing.
it is.
Can we talk about Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's the, that was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing. And then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh, did you see
The accent is the thing.
Uh-huh.
see the Reddit stuff?
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, and the people would go, so where are the animals going to be placed? Because we need to know where Downey's going to be standing so we can place the animals there in post. And he goes, we'll figure it out. Just get this shot of shooting.
Hmm.
And there's like 5 stories of that.
Interesting.
We'll feel it out. Great.
The dude ended it with, I don't know who the production company is that they brought in, but if they can make it even watchable, they all deserve a raise. So he's thinking this is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Interesting.
I'd believe it, which would be very sad for Downey. I feel like he'd just kind of be annoyed.
Who cares? He doesn't care.
He doesn't.
Need it.
He's
This
made
dude
his
is
money.
doing. This is a passion project out there.
Yeah.
He's just like, whatever, freaking dog movie, polar bear, let's rock it.
Yeah,
He don't need this.
He's set for life.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
If they just go, this guy's eating 5 devil fruits, nobody wants to see that. Because it's such a
you
drop
say
from
that.
the Oda quality.
You say that.
You say that, BG, but we got Jinbei fans out there.
You have
Pumping
Jinbei
they fist.
stands out there. People who stand
Everybody
Jinbei.
wants to see SS5 Goku.
Everybody's waiting for that next one.
I think people just want Super Saiyan 4 back.
Oh, definitely. It's the best form. It's the best form.
It's the best form.
I just
But nobody-
on that note, you guys just put out as the first episode of a new Revisited.
Oh, it was so fun. It
Was it,
wasn't
DA?
fun at all.
Was it?
I got so angry, and I'm like, I hate feeling this way. Then I just got drained of energy. I'm like, well, at least I know that I'm not a murderer or anything. It's like, all right, take me in, officer. I did it. Because I just got drained for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I gotta keep the energy up, and I'm just like, oh, BG, go on a huge rant. And BG's like, well, that sucks. Pause, look at me. I'm like, I'm done.
Oh no.
Take the ball, BG.
Oh no. No, sir.
You
Because
dribbling the rest of this shot clock out, my friend.
The issue with that was you went 4.5 minutes. We played about 20 seconds. I went for maybe 40 seconds, and then you jumped right back in. So I'm like, oh, he's got more in him. And then for the beginning of part 2, you go on another rant.
Oh,
And then you just, for like 5 minutes, go, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, he threw.
Oh, he used it all up. He got nothing left.
You threw it all. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 189. We are nearing 200. It's nuts. And you guys seem to be muted because I can't hear you. Well, since it is just me at the moment, Compros are here. Their mic just doesn't seem to be working. Ralph is making food and will be... He says he's going to be a half hour late. I don't know if that's actually going to be the case or not. But we will see. So what is going on in Compro land? Do you guys post anything? Nothing? It's going to leave me in the dark? And even no one in the chat room to talk to either. So, the topics that we... they just... Hold on. Still don't hear... There we go. Okay.
Yeah, no, our internet keeps blinking in and out.
Ah. Alrighty.
What the
Did you hear anything that I talked about beforehand?
Not a second of it.
I just said we were close to 200. That's it.
Ah.
So, yes, episode 189. As always, your bi-weekly reminder that Black Lives Matter and to wear your goddamn mask.
No, I think that one's over. You can chill out on that one.
Nah.
We're
Yeah,
done.
Corona's over.
Yeah, we're done.
Listen to Gutex.
Yeah.
Corona's over.
It's done. Not a single new case.
Hey, no black people are getting shot this week. There's no
Nope.
problems.
Nope.
7 times isn't excessive.
Ugh.
Oh,
That's its own thing. And get tired just trying to like talk about that stuff. But anyways, there's a bunch of stuff that happened over the last couple of weeks, but I actually just want to talk about just anything that we've been doing. I feel like we haven't done that in a while. Games we've been playing, stuff we've been reading, what have you.
stuff about us. Oh no, we
I
can't be
know.
doing that.
I know. It's such a departure for this podcast.
I have been playing massive mini games. I'm replaying Persona 4. I did 2.5 hours and then my game crashed, so that's it for Persona 4 for about 2 months.
So I started playing it as well.
Where you at?
That's what I like to hear.
I just beat Kanji's the biker guy, right?
Yeah.
Just beat his palace.
You're in there.
Yeah, you're pretty far along.
I will say, I guess I'll just talk about this now. This is one of the two things that I kind of wanted to mention.
Yeah, go ahead.
Persona 5 has definitely spoiled me.
Oh, absolutely. It's not fair.
Gameplay and just about everything in Persona 5 is definitely an improvement upon Persona 4. So I'm just playing it and like doing the battles. I'm like, whoo. And it's like but I'm like approaching it with the mindset. I'm like, this is the older game, so obviously, if things feel dated, it is because yes, they are.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what can you do?
Right now, I'm not like as invested in these characters as I was with the Persona 5 ones, but obviously, I've only gotten like half of the party roughly.
Mm-hmm.
You're missing 3 people, I think.
Yeah, and I've barely really seen anything of Kanji. I liked his palace and like what his repressed stuff was.
Yeah, that's really good.
But yeah, overall, like I'm just kind of breezing through it.
My girl's coming up next, though. Watch out.
Is that the redhead?
No. She's the very last one.
Okay. What else you playing though, BG?
Battle Chef Brigade is very fun. It's basically just a cooking puzzle game. Yeah, I would definitely play that. Celeste, I had forever put off. Like, I'm not a big fan of platformers. Not even just like indie platformers. I'm not a big fan of platformers. But I love Celeste, so I've been breezing through that.
That's another one that's on my list.
Yeah, Celeste is mad ridiculously fun. Unlocking the characters and fighters so I can get back into that bush.
Yeah, why?
I do. I just been on a fighting game kick recently.
But it's too late.
It's never too late.
That boy done passed you by.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
Nah,
And they're still releasing characters.
Yeah,
Roshi's going to be coming out here in a bit.
Ugh.
Playing Fable, the first one for the first time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Anniversary or which one?
Anniversary.
Okay.
I'm just going through my Steam. Back in MK11. Oh, Jade Empire. Love me some Jade Empire. Never beat it when I had it for the Xbox.
Yeah, it's original Xbox, I think.
Mm-hmm. And finally getting a chance to do that. I think it came out on something else, and my brothers and I played it. One of my brothers and I were playing it. We both really liked it, but we both never finished it.
I'm still forever pissed that the Xbox One is a thing, and I can't call the original Xbox the Xbox One.
Yeah,
Still to this day.
it's just dumb
annoys the
stuff.
shit out of me.
Finished Resident Evil 3. Fair. Just fair.
They
Spec
cut
Ops
out
The Line,
a
going through that.
bunch of shit in that game, right?
What?
From
Oh yeah,
the-
they cut out. I've never been a fan of Resident Evil 3 to begin with, but I've seen a lot of playthroughs of it, and yeah, they cut out stupid amount of content. Like so many people talked about how short it was, and I'm like, I don't really care as long as it's good. Like I can play a 4-hour game and be fine with it. But I was at the end, and I just felt like that's it.
Mhm.
After playing RE2, the remake of RE2, I never got that feeling. I knew I was near the end because I love RE2, so I knew basically we were wrapping up. But for this, I was just like, "That's it. It's over. I'm coming towards the end." Like I fought a big nemesis boss. I'm like, "Okay, he's probably gonna show up one more time," and he didn't. And it was just like they're at the helicopter and done. What?
That's how I felt with the second Tomb Raider reboot game.
Oh, Rise.
Yeah, where it just ended, and I was just like, "Oh, it's over."
Yeah,
Okay.
I
And then
love the Alibaba DLC though.
and then what was the other game? Gears of War. Was it Gears of War 4? Gears 5 was the newest one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Gears
Gears
4.
6 is the one that's coming out soon.
Yeah, Gears 4.
Ish.
Just again, like didn't how do I describe it? Because like there's escalation, but like it wasn't enough to where I don't. It was like a
It was
reverse
worth a
exponential.
game.
It was like a reverse exponential curve where it like ramped up super hard and then just kind of mellowed and then it ended.
Sounds like a Naruto.
Yeah, and then like they gave like a big like plot thing at the end of the game. But I was just like, I just don't care.
Yep, and everything else has just been like small games, like 2 Point Hospital or Game Dev Tycoon. Just stuff I like playing on the side, like Shadowverse. I was so surprised at the hours I put in on Shadowverse. Anybody want to hazard a guess? Because I'm sure your number is low. I am at 1,800 hours for Shadowverse.
I was gonna go stupid high.
Was it gonna be higher than that?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so you were gonna go like 33,000 hours.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
5,000.
Nah, 1,800 hours for Shadowverse. That is a lot.
DA
You know what my second most played game is? WWE 2K20. I've got like 5 hours in it.
That's depressing.
It's depressing. I've deleted that game so long ago.
Wait,
Yeah.
did the Kingdom Hearts rhythm game come out?
No, of course I wouldn't be here if it did. That mug come out in November.
Ah. Okay.
Set my
okay,
watch to that. Man, I can't wait. Do you see that trailer?
I did not
Get
see
in
I did
there.
not see the trailer, but I saw the cover art where it showed Kyrie in the chair, and it showed like a bunch of scenes from her perspective.
So great. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be one of those. It's got story that furthers the story, and also it patches in a couple of holes. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, of course, because it's also a rhythm game, and it looks super good. And my girl Kyrie, she rocking it. So yeah, of course, dude, that's gonna be mad sad when that comes out. I have been playing a buttload of Fall Guys, like too much. It's that darn competitive nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's all bad.
It's the biggest firecracker. I'm just like, yeah, let's go. And then I'm just like, yeah, it just fizzles away. Just like, I'm done with all of this. I'm done. I'm sure you've seen the yellow team memes where it's just like 100% of the times the yellow team is 100% of bums. There is no margin of error. It's always that. And whenever I get on the yellow team, I'm just like, well, what am I good? I'm yellow with a bunch of yellow team bums. Default costume yellow team bums. Put a fucking hat on, you yellow degenerate. I'm sick of them. Man. They're terrible. We be getting blown out.
But when you're not on it, that yellow team getting blown out.
We running circles around them. But I told BG this. It's like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy because you know that yellow team is bad, so you're not gonna try as hard. Thus, yellow team continues to be bad. It's never gonna rise above that.
I love.
But yeah,
one of the things I love about this game is how active and engaging, at the very least, if it's just a social media person, but the official Fall Guys social media, like the Twitter is. Where just, I remember at one point he put out a tweet just like, I have a line of code here that'll just delete the yellow team. I can just do that.
I'm just like, just make it another color, and that solves so much because it's legitimately just heartbreaking when you're on the yellow team because you know 9 times out of 10 you lose it, and that one time it's just because everybody else isn't taking it serious because it's like it's yellow team. I'm so sick of it. Take them out. But outside of the yellow team crap, yeah, it's super fun. It's odd that a freaking circle of maybe 15 games over and over and over again could just be so much fun. I'll play it for like an hour, and then I'll be like, I'm done with this. I can't play this anymore. Then like 2 hours later, I'm like, yeah, I'm back in, and that'll just be my day. I was playing it right before the podcast. It's very fun. It's very fun. It's very frustrating. It's fun trading. I love it. It's great.
Frustrating. Good word.
Can't wait for season 2.
I was about to say they're adding more games, right?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. And I'm already up to 6 wins, killing them, dabbing on them.
Man, there are people that hit 100 and
yeah, it's like okay, well, good for you.
That ain't me.
But I am not a grimy person, and I need to be more grimy. I know this. There will be things that's just like, okay, you could just do here, you could just stand here, you're basically good. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. You can just fall through the platform and then just make a hole, and then everybody just fall through that hole and you win. I don't want to do that. That's too grimy. Isabel could just be like, keep away. I don't want to do that. I'm not a grimy person like that, but I need to wash away them inhibitions if I want to be successful.
When you want to be successful, you just gotta stop being a character loyalist, be a character specialist.
Nope. Loyalist.
No, death.
100%.
Death. Nope.
Even though that girl Min Min, she's sliding up them charts. I love Min Min. Outside of that, in stark contrast to PG, I've got that, and I'm still trying to platinum Fairy Tail, which there's nothing to talk about that because that game is real bad. And
is it real bad or is it just real uninteresting?
It's interesting because the fighting system is interesting, but the character models are bad.
Yeah, they're not great.
They're all but T-posing and floating away like Frieza did. That's one of the greatest gifts. Yeah, it's just not. You got a whole lot of. One of the things I really don't like is you can only take one request at a time.
Yeah.
So if it's like kill 5 of these monsters, and I'm like, well, I could take 3 of these quests and kill those other 6 monsters over there, and then just nope. Because some quests are just like you need these.
They can't really.
Yeah, so you can't take a mission with you need Gildart, Lucy, and Natsu, and on another one you need Happy, whatever. Happy's not a character, but whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I can see why they did that. It's a lot easier. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's made by the same production company that makes the Atelier game. And they have a lot of you can take as many quests as you want. Some have time limits on the quest. Some are like it only works if you have this person on the team.
Yeah, I saw a podcast talking about this. It was like it seems like the D team of Atelier games because they went okay. This last Atelier game it has 44 places that you can go, like freaking 10, 15
Yeah.
towns and everything. Fairy Tail has 12. And I think it's 4 of them. You poke your head in at the very, very last epilogue. Just go, hey, this is where this story thing took place. And you can't go back. You can't shop there. Nothing. It's locked. Gone. So yeah, that game real bad. But I want that platinum. And I'm still having a lot of fun with it. Borderlands is having a DLC
Oh no.
the 13th.
Oh no.
And you know, that's always good for your boy. And that's literally it.
Yeah, the same boat as far as games. The last 2 things that I beat were the Xenoblade remake, which was actually the first time I beat Xenoblade, because I did as I do with a lot of long-ass JRPGs. I play right up to the end, and then something distracts me.
Well, that's me with TV shows. I've tried 8 times to get through Game of Thrones.
It's just not for you. Accept it.
No, I get to the second to last season and then just go, all right, I'll come back to this.
What?
And then like 6 months later, I'll go, I don't remember what was going on. I might as well just watch it from the beginning again.
Are you interested in it?
Yes. I liked Game of Thrones.
That last season.
From what I hear, the last season is trash.
Maybe that's just the tiny mental block. You're getting close to that last season. You're like, but I like this, so I'll just come back later.
I'll keep it in my memory, pure.
Yep. Drop off after rescue Sasuke, and there you go. It's the complete story.
That's exactly what it is. Just assume everything
He got
happened.
it back or no.
What's
That's
the
up to you to
1,000-year
decide.
blood war? I've never heard of that. That doesn't exist.
You mean you've never heard of the Vizard? You've never heard of the Arankar?
They got Rukia back, and then everything was cool forever.
The Aizen part was a good ending. After Aizen, he loses his powers.
Okay, but you can cut 85% of that story.
I'm just saying. The Arankar and all that was, I'm going to put in a air quotes, acceptable.
Okay.
After that.
Right, it was a perfect end. Ichigo loses his powers. It's a perfect end.
Yep.
Sunset.
Yes, exactly.
He's back to where he started.
But no. Chad. Of all the people. Chad.
But yeah, I will say for Xenoblade, the extra bit of campaign, it's all right. Doesn't.
That's what my brother said.
Doesn't do too much. I went back and had to really remind myself of everything that happened and beat Gravity Rush 2 finally.
Bruh, loves me some Gravity Rush 2.
Yes, fantastic.
It's so fun. It's so good.
I wish there were 3.
No, I'm good with you.
They have said that more than likely, if they make a 3, it's coming to next gen. So PS5.
Yeah, there's no way.
Potentially.
Put that mug in VR. Get it in there.
Dude, all that.
That would be a hurl fest.
Who cares? Cowards, babies.
Playing P4. I have this list of games that either I've started or just want to play and haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on Nier, waiting for a sale for that. Just
Automata.
I
Yep.
have on.
What's your price range?
It's like $40.
No, what's your price range?
Oh, like $30.
Okay. Because they do it all the time on PlayStation.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
I'm out there with Honey and everything.
Oh yeah,
I just gotta recoup some of that loss from Fairy Tail because it is not worth $60.
So yeah, I restarted Chrono Trigger. I have Persona 4 on this list, Last of Us 2, but I'm gonna be playing all of Last of Us once I actually decide to do that.
Have you played Last of Us before?
I played the first one, did not play the DLC, but I want to replay the first one, play the DLC, and then play 2.
For me, Last of Us, once I beat the story, it was like, I don't ever need to play this story again. Multiplayer top tier, but after that, I was like, I never need to revisit this story.
I forget a good chunk of it. Like, I know the main beat points, but I still would like to get reinvested in the characters.
Okay.
The collar.
I've read spoilers. I know what happens.
Avoided them like the plague.
Ghost of Tsushima, I want to play.
Oh yeah, my brothers are all in on that one.
Got most of the way through Witcher 3, but did not finish it. As I do. The Trials of Mana remake, the Pokemon DLC that came out, Death Stranding. I started Dragon Quest 11.
I'm never gonna play Death Stranding.
It seems very uninteresting. I'm gonna play
No,
it. Absolutely.
the exact opposite. Well, no, exactly. I would love something like that. Just
collecting and all
yes,
that stuff.
and just like, oh, I can stack up how many boxes and then move forward. I would love it, and I can't do that. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I started the Dragon Quest 11, but I think it's like too generic of an RPG at this point. Like it is very much Dragon Quest 11.
Absolutely. People are blowing the ever-loving out of Dragon Quest 11, and I'm like, bro, do you play any JRPGs besides these? They're nothing.
It is a milquetoast RPG.
It's like, get hit a lot and you can power up, and that's it.
Fairy Tail?
No, because at least it's got that like grid system and stuff. No, it's just you take your turn.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasies 1 till I can't even say because I'm assuming like 5 and 6, 7. You got the materia system and what have you, so it's already at that point more unique. And then the new Paper Mario that came out. That is on my list. And then Avengers comes out in like a week.
Tug's collar.
Avengers and Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah.
Open up that wallet.
Yep. Holidays are coming up. But the other thing that I'm doing, or that I did over these past couple weeks, which is very serendipitous with your guys' most recent revisiteds, is I have read and am now current with Black Clover.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say JoJo. You bum.
Oh, isn't it good?
I find it middling.
You're a bum.
You are a bum.
I went in. I did not go in with like he screamed. Like obviously I've seen all the memes and shit, but I just went in. I'm like, okay, here is manga. I'm just going to go in like I would with any other shonen. I will still compare it to its peers, current peers and what have you, and just go from there. And I didn't really start, I will say, liking it until really the 6-month time skip.
You
what?
Dude, yeah.
The underwater cave fight with the spare dude?
Yeah, this ain't for you.
Yeah, no. What are you doing? That was amazing.
How could you not like it with Noelle? How could you not like Yuno on Rip?
How could you not like all the elf stuff?
Black Bulls and Yami.
So, here's my main issues with Black Clover. The biggest issue is I really don't like the power system. Point being, like the only person whose power system that I like is Asta, because him getting new abilities is directly correlated with him finding and obtaining new swords. That's the only way anything is added to his grimoire. Everyone else seems to just get spells when the plot dictates it, and I really don't like that.
But couldn't you say that for literally everything?
Some stuff, yes, and some stuff, no. Like Dragon Ball is the same way, where people get transformations and different abilities and what have you when the plot dictates it. In hindsight, I can say that now. But
I would say the same for something like My Hero. I'd say the same for Bleach or Naruto or basically anything.
I wouldn't really say that for My Hero, because you see most of the people working on stuff, training, and getting things. Spells just appear.
So
With-
you need to see it. But I couldn't say that because if My Hero has a time skip, it's gonna be the exact same thing.
In a
And
way,
even
but
then,
it is still shown like where like Bakugo getting the AP shot and learning that, and where they learn signature moves. Deku learning, progressing, using his past lessons to make new moves.
I also don't feel like that's fair because they have an entire lesson dictated to let's learn your special move.
And that's good. I like that.
But I'm saying I don't think that's a fair comparison. Even though I brought up the comparison myself, I don't necessarily think it's a fair comparison of My Hero to Black Clover or My Hero to anything because the plot does dictate that they get these moves as it needs, but it also is more organic because it's a school to which you are supposed to learn a signature move.
Yeah, I mean the setting and that helps with that and the power system and what have you.
But when you say, the same for something like Dr. Stone, and I loves me some Dr. Stone.
I do like Dr. Stone as well. Like,
yeah, I think this is a criticism that's just for most shonen.
It's
You're gonna find a lot of outliers, but yeah, I think it's one that you can levy against almost any shonen out there.
Luffy got Gear second when he needed to. Diablo's Jambu, Usopp with Haki.
But it also makes sense.
I would say that is different just because it wasn't like he learned it during the middle of a battle.
Who?
Like for Luffy, for example, like a Gear second.
Mm-hmm.
It was he saw. It wasn't he as Aki Joji, the ice guy. Is that he basically like? Yes, he came up against him. He's like, shit, I need to do do something to make myself stronger. And when he first uses Gear second for the first time, he basically prefaces that and says, "Is like I developed this to be able to keep pace in the new world."
But if you look at it, it's like he saw them do it, and then in the space of a day, he developed that win.
Yeah, he even on the train is just like, I want to try out this new move. And that was Gear second and Gear third.
See, to me though, there's still the precedent of like he saw the thing and then he stated that he thought about it and then developed it. The spells just literally appear out of nowhere.
Diablo's Jambu?
No, that's because he saw Wanzo creating friction with his skates. Yeah, we've talked about this. Ashita is more of the one you should look at for Zoro.
But then Ashita's not really anything.
Yeah, it's really just like Spirit.
Yeah. That's why I was just like, skip over that.
But yeah, just like that stuff.
Yeah, One Piece is too good.
That stuff bothered me with the spells. And like I said, can
you give me an example with the spells?
I would have to go through and reread some of the chapters, but there's just some fights where new spells appear in their grimoire in the middle of a fight, and that spell helps them win.
I'm only remember like 2.
A lot of it, a good chunk of it, is near the beginning. I'd have to go back and because I am not one that remembers specific examples very well.
Okay.
But that, and then just like they get the new spell, and then the spell, like, it'd be nice to see them develop the spell, and like this is what they're doing to like, because again, like going back to My Hero, like Bakugo created the AP shot where he's like, I'm going to hold my hand to make the explosion pinpoint. Like, they showed them developing it and then execution of it, where the spells just kind of happen and they're there. And just because the magic is so varied in that, it's just like anybody can kind of do anything as long as the writer makes up the name and like does.
But then you saw someone like Noelle practicing the water demon shot.
I like Noelle.
Noelle's the best. That's why.
Yeah, I will tell you the characters that I like in this show.
Mm-hmm.
I like Noelle. Like she's obviously one of the like more deeper characters as far as like we know a lot more about her backstory than most people, and I just like how anyone that she doesn't respect, she just treats like utter shit.
Like garbage.
I like Yami, Captain
course.
Yami. Charlotte, and their dynamic, Yami and her. Is it Finreal, the spatial mage? He kind of grew on me a little bit later on, especially with his brother stuff. And then there's one character who really hasn't had any growth at all, and I know you two like her, but she is just pure fun, and that is Charmy.
Fun! Charmy is great. Charmy is amazing. Get in there.
Who is like basically DBZ abridged Popo. She is just the strongest person in this world, and nobody
But she's
fucking
so
knows
much
about
fun. She's just like, she's so childish and just like food.
But
Everyone's just like, oh no, I'm not going there. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a high class chef there. We must go.
yeah, just about everybody else though is just kind of middling. I don't hate necessarily anybody in the show, but no one else really grabbed me. Like
that's fair to you.
Like,
I have you can say middling. I'm more on the I like a lot of the characters. There are very few characters where I'm just like but that's I think that's more so because I get really passionate about this stupid crap. Just like I say in One Piece, you know, the reason I hated Jinbei is because I realized I never felt a way about him. Like I never hated him, I never loved him, and that's the first time that happened in One Piece. Even the most minor of side characters, I feel something about. With Jinbei, I felt nothing, and I feel like that's what it is for you. Jinbei was middling for me, and I hate him for it. And you know, something that grabs you is something that you've just got to really enjoy. Otherwise, just kind of eh.
Yeah, and I mean, like, now that I'm current with it, I'm gonna keep reading it. Because there are characters in it that I do enjoy. But yeah, it is very, like, if you were to tell me or ask me, it's like, what do you consider just, like, definition shonen? I would now point to Black Clover.
Yeah.
As far as, like, something that is relatively typical, hits all the tropes and what have you, I would just immediately turn to Black Clover.
It's unabashedly shonen, and there's literally no problem with it.
Yeah.
The problem is,
I wouldn't say there's no problems, but it's not.
Ooh, no. I don't mean there's no problems in Black Clover. I mean there's no problem with being just you are shonen.
Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all.
And I think that's a lot of people's problem with Black Clover is they go, it's just shonen. And Giga, what a bum.
And that is something too. Like and you know me, I'm an animation and action junkie. There are definitely, now that I'm like seen some of, like, read the manga and invested in some of these characters, I definitely want to go to the anime and look up some of the fights, because I've seen snippets of things from Black Clover here and there, and every time I've seen these snippets, I'm like, that looks fucking amazing. So now, with some vested interest, I actually might go and watch some of it.
Yeah, anything with Luck is really good animation wise. I love how they do him in the anime.
Oh, I forgot one other character. Again, I think the reason that I'm, like, more enjoying the, like, post time skip stuff is just like a lot of characters kind of coming into their own, and then they introduced another favorite character of mine, which is the queen or the princess.
Oh yeah, she's great. I love her. She's great. I hate that she's about to die, but she's great.
Yeah, and then obviously I'm current in everything else too. Dr. Stone.
Can we talk about My Hero for just a hot sticky second?
Oof.
I'm not sure. Oof. Hot and sticky is something that I would equate to it.
How do they kill the second best villain and then one of the best heroes?
I don't think he's confirmed dead.
Twice?
No, not twice. Gran Torino.
If nothing else, that man's legs is gone.
Oh yeah, he is at a minimum horribly maimed. And if his legs are crushed, his hero days are officially over. But
he got cacuined, and that is I don't see how they're bringing him back to life in the middle of them fighting Shigaraki, and then him being an old man, big fist right through his gut, and you gotta wait to heal him. There's no way that they're, and if they do keep him alive, that's even good. That's gonna be worse. Kill him and let my investment on this anime and manga die, because like I said to BG, like I said to BG, it is no longer a priority. I'm reading it when I read it, because he did two things back to back that I'm just like, I completely disagree with that. The Gran Torino thing is one of them for obvious reasons, because Duff. And the other thing was the chapter right before. Mina got a nice cover page. I'm like, Mina getting in there. She's like, here it comes, Acid Man. I'm about to get my big moment. Nope. Another in Red Riot moment. We didn't need it.
Can I just say, I was on the hate train for Red Riot before anybody. I already saw the push in that bum.
It's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I'm like, okay, give her some shine. Good, finally. Then we go on over the Tentacle. Then we go over the Sugar Rush. Then Animal do it, whatever. But just start here. No, another in Red. And I'm like, legitimately, why?
Legit, why?
What was gained by having him do that? Other than people going, yeah.
Well, it's their history. You know that.
That betters him, not her, because he overcame it. She didn't.
Well, she had already kind of overcome it in that moment, in their history moment. By the way, I had completely forgotten about that point until I reread the manga. Again, missing fucking details. Like I said, I think it was when that chapter came out of both of them going through the flames and them tranking giant dude, forget his name. I'm like, there's like meaning and stuff here. What is it? And then like I watched the anime up until where it is currently, and then read the manga from there. And then I was like, oh.
No, I like Mina, so I remembered that moment. And as soon as it happened, I went,
same here.
I'm like, okay, overcome this. Nope, she let it slip. I'm like, oh, whoa. Come on. So it's just
I'm a Red Riot fan, so I enjoy.
Yeah, you're a bum.
So yeah, you just like him hopscotching over her, or
over
to
her
get
moment.
Another moment for him. You accept that?
No, he didn't hopscotch. He defended.
He hopscotch, dude. He moonwalked, pirouetted, and tippy-toed over her corpse of development and moments, just to go another for me. I'm eating. Because honestly, people are gonna remember the giant thing she did. But who got the kill there?
Yeah. Again,
she got an assist.
What is gained by having him do that, and what is lost by having her not do it? Big moment. She has not had a big moment.
She's not. That I can agree with. But the thing is, his whole thing was in their past moment, the last time that they came in contact with this guy, he was the one that froze.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay.
So this was him
why make it?
That.
Okay. Why make it when she's about to get a big moment? Why not do it another time?
Why not?
Not as big a moment, and she freezes.
Why not have her throw it in his mouth? He does one last, oh, here I come. I got one last gasp, and then he protects or something. Why did it have to be over her?
And why did it have to be that moment?
Why did it have to be right now? Why couldn't he be holding him off with the Mount Lady or something like that? Why did it have to be she was about to get a moment and then she didn't and he did?
So he can get an even better moment.
Well,
he progressed, she regressed.
One, I don't think he could hold.
Yeah, well, we could BS some stuff with the creation girl and some rope or something.
But he's absolutely right.
I'm just imagining him like, I'll hold him up and just stomp.
So they're the Avengers.
But the only way, like, I can definitely see your guys' point of as far as like basically her freezing and then slipping. The only way he's gonna defend anybody from Giganto Machina? Giganto Machina is if he's going to push someone out of the way and take the blow. That is the only way.
Why her?
They have a relationship.
No. This is the thing. When she first did that moment, he was over to the side. She didn't do it to push him out the way and be like, move, don't pick on such and such. She was protecting some other girl and some big dude asking her a question, going, I was so scared. And he was all ashamed in the corner, like, I couldn't even stand up for that girl. So why did it have to be to her? Why couldn't she see him do that?
Wait, what?
Why did it have to be to her? Why did she have to be the one to mess up and get pushed out of the way to protect it and him to get that moment, as opposed to him showing her while she's doing her big moment?
Oh, okay. I see your point now.
Yeah, because their relationship wasn't, she protected him from that big scary dude. She just protected some girl when he couldn't.
But after that though, it's established that they're friends. They show a conversation where
yes, they're absolutely friends.
They're walking up to the hero exam to get into the school, and she comments on his hair because he used to have black hair, and then he dyed it red and made it spiky. Spirit. And she's the whole thing with like they have a little promise to each other where she's like, once you become the guy you're trying to be, that's when I'm gonna blab to everybody and tell them like how you used to look. Mm-hmm. So they have a close relationship, and she's even stated that her acid armor was modeled after his Unbreakable.
Yes, she did. I am not denying their relationship. I'm saying, why did she have to get stepped on for his moment, as opposed to them standing side by side for the moment? As in, let's say in Sugar Rush, I don't know if he's even there. I don't give it. Okay. Instead of like Sugar Rush and him standing up to that when Sugar Rush freezes. And then Mina can see that and go, hey guys, this is how he used to look. Just to tell him, yes, you're the person you want to be. I see that now. So now I can blab to everybody.
That I cannot answer. The only thing that I could
even think of
the only thing that I can even think of to equate to that is just Japan's very dated ideas of men and women.
I don't care about that. It's not a good moment.
It's not a good moment.
I don't care about the subtext or anything like that. You wrote it. You put this moment in. You didn't have to. You could have easily either not have that moment. You have that moment, and then at the last moment, Mina, he's about to get stepped on, and Mina goos him away, slips him away, and saves him. But no, she was pushed to the side. After screwing up. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
So, yeah, right.
I did not have as big of a problem with it.
Yeah, because you like Red Riot.
Yeah, exactly. How do you feel about Mina? Exactly.
She's middling to you.
Exactly. That's why you find the Bakugo push fine as well, because you like Bakugo.
And here's another thing. The reason you can like these characters is because they get a bunch of moments and development.
Well, I wouldn't say that she was middling. I like her. And
but she's never done nothing. That's the end of that fit.
She's had non-hero moments.
Mm-hmm.
I will say outside of Tokoyami, Red Riot, I think Kaminari at this point, because he got some moment to shine in this arc. Bakugo, Deku, Todoroki, Ida,
Here's the thing. Mina has
Ochago.
great problems. I mean, she has great powers, but she's down there with them bums
Yes.
doing nothing and not getting moments.
She wasn't in the tournament. She wasn't in the underground
She was in the
mafia
tournament.
arc. No, she wasn't in the finals. I meant.
Oh, okay.
That's the big moment.
She had matches. She fought.
She had a match with Ayama.
And then lost against Tokoyami. Who'd she lose?
That's
to?
nothing. Momo had development and moments.
But she also lost a bunch too.
I don't.
Messed up,
That's not.
screwed up.
That's not the point. She had her moments and she had her development. This was Mina's moment.
And also, Midnight goes, "You are the most capable motherfucker here," and then the camera goes right to her face as she's planning this giant monster takedown.
Well, yes,
She's
now.
got a moment here as well. Why not just go, here are people that I have not given big moments to, and now I will give them big moments. Not forced or anything, because this makes sense for her to do that.
She was already in the middle of doing it. It's not like the Momo thing happened where it was Momo and Todoroki against Eraserhead, and it's just like, well, she froze up again. We can't do anything. It's like, no, you are capable. What is your plan? Let's do this. And she gets her moment and she gets her confidence back. Mina had a chance for a moment, literally in the middle of it, and it's polished off in Red Riot. This is just like the Shield in WWE, where Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins would go do all the work, and then Roman Reigns would come in with a spear and get the pin. Nobody remembers all that fantastic work they were doing. They remember Roman Reigns pinned Matt Hardy on SmackDown.
Wow, we just had a lot of dead air. I didn't know if you were doing another thought.
Oh, no, we're done.
Okay.
I have no problem with dead air. It's whatever. Let's breathe.
I had a thought of something as far as but yes, there are many of the people in Class A that have not gotten a moment. That I can completely agree with.
But I'll also cut you off for a second, sorry. Deservedly so, because Sugar Rush...
Yeah, Sugar Rush, Tentacle, Animal Dude, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Ojiro, the dude with the tail, whatever.
But Mina is liked.
And
Mina
she's
has a
good.
personality.
And she has a good power.
And she had a big moment ready. It's not like Midnight called up and like, all right, Tentacle, it's your time. And you go, why Tentacle? That'd be forced as crap.
Mineta.
Wasn't. Well, here it comes. But yeah, I saw that cover story. I'm like, okay, good. Finally. Because I was arguing with some dude on Facebook, and I went, he's a big Bakugo fan. I'm like, Bakugo is hopscotching over everybody. Somebody out there, Mina is their favorite character, and they're not getting anything to justify that. They're just going, I love Mina, and that's where it ends. And that's a problem. Because you have all the time in the world, but you choose to turn the camera when it's in earphones moment, when it's her arc to turn the camera and hear the Bakugo speech about how much he's changed and how much we got to stick to it in this. I'm like, well, why do we need that? Have her give that speech. But no, it's Bakugo. But no, it's Red Riot. And that's how I feel. I hate pushes like that. Either have a class of 13 people that you focus on, or focus on everybody, not even equally, but at least somewhat. Because there are 6-7 people that are just Invisible Girl. Ain't nobody talking about her. She literally was the only person who did not have a moment in the movie. Literally. Because who cares? Make me care.
Now,
you have that
say
ability.
she was really just using her power to the peak of her ability by not being in the movie.
Yeah. But no, there was one moment where it was Ayama shooting the laser beam. Like, okay, she's gonna reflect it. Nope, nothing.
Yeah, because she's already talked about how her powers are more like light bending as opposed to.
But then she just didn't do anything, and I went, okay, I guess nothing for Invisible Girl. Okay. So yeah, there are 6 or 7 people that are getting nothing, and Bakugo has the camera shoved up his butt. I can understand him going along with Deku. They justified it real quick, where they were just like, look, I know we ain't got to keep no secrets here. We ain't got to double talk over any of this. I'm the only one that can do this right now. I'm like, that makes sense. But and I told BG this. We ain't doing nothing with Mirio. Mirio's amazing. But we ain't even talking about him. Because we gotta have Red Riot moments.
I think he's going to come back into the picture now that Shiragaki has All for One. We had talked about how do you and your brother still have that bet?
Probably.
What's the bet?
Evil Mirio.
Who was for
I
Evil
don't know.
Mirio?
I don't remember.
Because I'm still for Evil Mirio.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he went die and I went evil.
Yeah, I think one of us went die, one of us went evil.
Because now All for One, there is a version of All for One, the original version of All for One, that is free to reign and do things with. Could totally see the crap that we had talked about years ago happening because his dad has the same quirk.
Yes, sir.
So there's that. It's either that or Eri actually learns how to control her shit. One of the two. So this, and I mean, we've been kind of talking spoilers. Do you think anyone's going to lose their power next chapter?
I could see one of the pro heroes. None of the young ones.
On the battlefield, we got Endeavor. I can see him jumping in front of somebody.
But I doubt it.
Bakugo, Deco, no. I could see Eraserhead for that. Just be like, Eraserhead.
Yeah, and then they no longer got the quirk, so they don't have that crutch anymore.
Yeah, that makes it even harder to defeat him. I think Rocklock's there as well.
I could definitely see him.
Well, but don't nobody care about Rocklock.
Yeah, but it adds to the weight of the series that things are happening and people are losing their.
And I think Gang Work is there as well. I'm going with Endeavor. I
to me,
like the idea of him jumping in front of somebody.
There's two options. I don't think Endeavor's gonna lose his powers. Watch, I'm gonna be totally fucking wrong. Come Sunday. I think it's either going to be Eraserhead or Gran Torino is still alive because he only got one leg crushed, right? That we saw.
Leg, yeah.
To me, that's like that would be the plausible excuse for him to live.
Get that garbage out of here.
Is using his one leg, he dives in front of somebody as he's trying to shove the bullet into whoever. And
then it whizzes through that giant hole in his stomach and hits him anyway.
Did they show a hole in his stomach? I just thought they only showed
him. They didn't.
They just showed him punching into the ground.
And there was a lot of blood. And he was elbow deep.
Still didn't see anything.
What could that be?
For many things, until I actually see the thing, I don't believe the thing. I have seen about 1,800 times on Twitter over the past year and a half. Oh, Amazon just had a listing for Skyward Sword for the Switch. It's coming. It hasn't been fucking announced yet. Until I fucking see the announcement, until I see the thing.
From something
Look
like
at all that blood.
That's different from something like, Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, I'm not getting hyped until it's in my hands.
Well, no,
because you waited like 10 years.
That's DA. There was a release date in the trailer. At that point, I was in. There was an announcement. They showed the thing. I'm just saying, until I actually see a panel with a hole in his chest, I'm not gonna
Dude,
outright
there-
think he has a hole in his chest.
there's a lot of blood.
There's a lot of blood.
Sure.
What's going on there, Mike?
I know that there's a lot of blood.
Mike, what else could be going on there
I
that could
don't know
cause
until
that
I
much
see it.
blood? There is a lot of blood.
He's deep into it.
It
He's not punching his legs because you can see his legs in the shot. He's not punching his face because you can see his face in the shot. It's either his arm going clean through or his stomach.
We will see.
Because there
next
is
week.
it would be a
lot
lot
of blood.
it would be the lamest thing ever. Just like, I just got a scratch. No, that's not a scratch.
Well, it's
there
not
is
going to be.
a
I
lot
don't think
of-
it's going to be a scratch.
What Mike? What do you think is going on there?
I
That
don't know.
What do you
give
think
me-
is plausible to go until
I don't
see it?
believe that it's a hole in his stomach.
Hold on. I'm going to the panel right now. Pulling up the chapter. So he breaks one leg.
Ugh.
Past flashbacks.
Then All Might's dying in like 3 chapters. We know this is happening. So it's just gonna be like, okay, well, I'm just 100% done now.
You don't know that. Gentle!
What if Gentle comes back?
And does what? Dies?
They did say they were giving him a shot, so
Yeah.
he said if you lose,
Yeah, we'll give you a shot. Quark taking bullet.
I'm
Yeah, if
just
Gentle
saying.
came back and they were just like, "Oh, he's done," yeah, that would be my breaking point.
What's going on there, Mike?
Oh, sorry. Crap. Get back to the page.
Yeah, we were
They give
filibustering
him a
so you can
whole
get
like
your.
2-page backstory with
It's either his
with
stomach or
Nana.
his arm.
Love Nana.
It's either his stomach or his arm.
Yeah,
They
we will
can't
see.
do a Glenn The Walking Dead where he's under a dumpster.
It would be the lamest thing ever if he was, because this is a big Deku's Gran Torino. They gave him a big little like, is that his grandfather sort of thing? It'd be too lame to do that, and that would just push me over the edge of, oh, you're just not even trying. You just straight up kill twice. You have Himiko go nuts for 2 panels.
Nutso!
And then she's back to normal. It's like, well, what happened to that? I would love to see that. I guess not. I'm turning on it.
Can I just say, I was very early on that great boat, and then I was turning on it. Can I also say I was very early on the Mafia arc in the worst arc? It's not.
It's fine.
It's fine, sure. Worst arc.
Thinking of all the arcs now.
You got him getting his power and getting it to UA. You've got him training through the classes.
Sports festival.
Sports
the
festival.
Summer
You've
camp.
got the work study where the League of Villains first showed up.
Yep.
You got the forest. You've got the Mafia arc.
Rescue Bakugo.
Mm-hmm. That was part of the forest.
Mafia arc. Direct aftermath of the or no, it's the provisional license exam.
Mm-hmm.
Gentle.
Yep, school festival. The makeup exams.
I'm not crazy about the second tournament.
Oh, the one where
Oh, class. I like 1A versus 1B.
1A versus 1B was good. He's talking about the
Oh, the
where
provisional
Deku first
license
gets his
exam.
power. You're talking about the provisional. DA's talking about the provisional license. You're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
when Deku gets his black things.
Oh no, that was great. I love that.
Yeah. I wasn't crazy about it, but it's not as bad as the Mafia arc.
I don't think there was enough moments to justify that.
Sure.
Yeah, I would say the provisional license exam is my least favorite.
Sure. But you can also say, would you give me second worst then?
No.
Wow. See, that's why you've lost me.
Well, I think second worst would be his current arc at this point for DA, or worst.
Yeah, that's not fair. But it's because he's losing
It's
everybody.
100% fair.
You're losing everybody.
Hey, let's just mangle for free.
dude.
For what?
But we were.
She does the most hype, awesome in her little bit of time. She go, "Hey yo, it's me, Miracle. How y'all doing?" And then she goes away for like 200 chapters. Then she comes in, the hypest, baddest muff in the planet. And then she's just mangled. And then she wraps her up in her hair and goes, "Let's go. Let's continue. We're still going." And then she gets double mangled.
Yep. But you know what's funny?
Get that butt out of here.
You know what's very funny?
I'm sick of it.
We were so like, oh, she's gonna get mechanical limbs. We were so hopeful of her return. With this, you're just like, this is butt.
This is butt. She's retired. I know she is. Or she's gonna be like, oh,
Or she's gonna dive in front.
Down 30. I don't want to see that.
No, she deserves everything.
Man, I feel she's great.
I don't think she's gonna be retired.
No, she's got that tenacity where she's just like one arm, one leg, freaking. I'm still going, but
Yeah,
I would have preferred for her to just not get mangled because freaking Endeavor, he's got a cool hero scar and nothing else. Facing off against one of the baddest Nemus. He became cooler because of it.
All right.
I just want the stuff that I like and want to happen. I'm looking at you, Comey. I'm staring daggers at you.
So would this be the hardest turn you've had on a manga?
No. Manga?
Manga anime, you know.
No,
series.
ReZero.
Oh, okay.
It went from a solid 8, 9 out of 10 to a flat 1. In a scene, in a 3-minute scene.
But is it ReZero or is it Clanad?
No, Clanad was me coming in with hopeful expectations. I didn't come in like, oh, this is about to be a 10 out this mug, and it became a 1. No.
But I feel like Clanad is like a negative.
It goes down into the negatives, yes. But it started at a 5, 6 maybe with hopeful expectations.
I was thinking 6, yeah.
Key and people's expectations to scrap. But yeah, no, it wasn't a cliff. ReZero was a cliff.
Yeah, that was
People
a sharp decline.
Are going at y'all.
People going ham.
You thought they wouldn't? Again, this is what we come from.
No.
We had a nice little break.
This is home.
We
staying at a nice Airbnb. We coming home.
That fit was great.
I just love the people that subscribe to you guys after the Persona video that are like, oh man, we agree with these guys' opinions. And then you come out with ReZero and what was the other next one? It was something
Black
else.
Clover.
Was there something before that though?
It was ReZero and then Black Clover.
Okay, I think it was just ReZero. Okay, yeah, just like something that is uber popular, and you guys are like, this shit sucks. And they're like, wait, no.
You were the chosen ones.
Oh, you
face
thought
to heel, just boom.
Sorry, we have the high ground. It's over.
Oh boy. Yeah, I found that aspect because like, I watched some of the ReZero Revisited, but I don't have interest in the series.
Yeah,
so
understandable.
I was like, But yeah,
Mike,
I get them comment notifications all the damn time, and boy, do I read all of them.
Hey, Mike, I don't know if you saw the end of the ReZero, but we going back to our roots. Part 5 next time.
I saw
Black
that. I saw
Clover,
part
yeah.
5.
Part 5 coming up, coming at you.
That I have still not gone back to it.
Oh boy.
Where are you in JoJo's?
I got past oh fuck.
Beach
What's the
Boy and Grateful Dead.
Yeah, I got past the stand baby being born. That was like where I
Baby
left off.
face.
Babyface, yeah. Oh Lord.
Did you know Babyface 1 was chapter 500 of JoJo?
Are you
500 of JoJo. Babyface 1. It stinks.
It sucks.
So yeah, that's where I left off. So
That's sad.
Yeah.
You can't power through that bush. It's so bad, dude.
So I just realized we just spent an hour talking about manga and video games, so I'm just gonna breeze through just some of the shit that happened this past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's all bad.
I
I feel like we're very close to just being weekly again.
we're just about there. Like enough is happening now since we've air quote reopened. Ugh.
Yeah, Florida is through. Just burn it. I got people down there. I got so many people down there. Just burn it.
Just do what Bugs Bunny did. Just take out a big saw and
just
push it off into the
Let
sea.
it go. Let him be its own island. And anybody that wants the COVID, they can just boat on over there. Everything's open. No mask required. Arizona, burn it. Even though it's already burning.
No, it's California. Arizona is getting assaulted by a hurricane.
Oh, they're getting hit by that boy too?
I think. Well, it's Louisiana, so I mean it's close.
Yeah, Wheezy is. It's all bad.
And they never really recovered from Katrina. I was there a year ago, over like a year and a half ago, and in between the airport and downtown New Orleans, there's a lot of just town. And boy, is it not. It has not been refurbished or recovered at all from Katrina. It's terrible. So this is really not good that they're getting hit a fucking again. So just in somewhat brighter news, so breezing through these articles, yo, did you guys see the new Toon Squad jerseys for the new Space Jam?
Oh yeah, they're big done.
So yeah, that got announced. Moving on. SGDQ, Summer Games Done Quick, happened purely online.
Oh, wait a second. Going back to that Space Jam thing.
Oh boy.
It seems like they're doing interesting stuff with that because you got Jim Carrey as the mask in it, and you got Pennywise.
Oh, so they're going more of a conglomerate character.
They're doing something with it, but it looks just based off of seeing the mask in it. I'm like, yeah, I'm walking to the theater to see a minute of the mask.
Yeah, it's true. I was probably gonna see it regardless.
Oh no, we're dead.
Oh boy, I'm sure this is one of the topics, but I'm gonna just jump to it. New Mutants is getting slaughtered.
Oh, no.
I did not see that. No.
Though it is getting reamed in the rain.
Oh no.
Oh, it's all bad.
Isn't that the one that was just like push back, push back?
The horror one, yeah.
Oh man, you would think that they would have time to polish it, but they were just like, oh,
no, Disney didn't touch it. They acquired it. No, it was a Fox property.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is after Disney got it, they didn't touch it. They just let it be what it was.
Why wouldn't they?
Why? They already knew what was going to happen.
That's money.
They knew they had a stinker on their hands. They did no reshoot. They knew it was a wrap. So
that was just a freebie that they got for the properties. That's whatever that they make on that movie is pure profit. Fox is the one who lost the money.
Yeah, it's a wrap. They that boy.
But you can earn money and be good. Okay, I guess.
It's kind of like we said, where it's just like you could have shit and put it in a sandwich, but it's still shit. So they may have just
Yeah,
not
it could be the
had-
most delicious
It's
bread.
great bread.
Yeah,
Yo, is that mustard cheese? Oh, shit.
yeah. They
23% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
they might just not have enough good to work with.
That's a great poster too.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Moving on.
It's getting rain.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
the people knew that Disney sent it out to die because they released it in August 2020. Whereas most people are either, if they believe in their product, they're releasing it to VOD, or they're waiting to 2021 or later in the year for more theaters to open up. This is just like, we're
Or-
contractually obligated to put this out in theaters before we put it out on VOD, so that's what we're doing.
Or you can just make them double pay like Mulan.
Them 30 balls, but that's because they believe in Mulan. They don't
Yeah.
believe in this. They don't care.
I think they just want to get any non-MCU shit just out the door. Get it done with. We'll put it in
Forget
the
about it.
MCU. Yeah.
It's only an hour 38. That ain't nothing.
It is currently lower
Freaking
than
Daredevil
X-Men
was longer
Origins.
than that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yes.
Horribly de-aged Patrick Stewart is beating this
From
movie.
oh yeah, that was ridiculous. From a review, it is difficult to pinpoint exactly where Boone goes wrong because there are just so many options to choose from. Wolf.
That sounds like the reviews that people were giving to the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles remake that just came out. It is something along the lines where it's just like, this game wasn't updated and just there are so many problems with it that we can't even. Hold on, what did I know IGN
I don't care.
gave it freaking scathing the reviews. Crystal Chronicles review. No. Where's the synopsis? Data design, clunky multiplayer systems, and unacceptable load times make playing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition a terrific chore.
A terrific chore.
with a lovely rating of 3 out of 10. Okay. Breezing through the rest of this. SGDQ happened over the last week. Online. They managed to still, even with online, raise $2.3 million to Doctors Without Borders, which beat out 2 years ago SGDQ, which I still think is a huge fucking accomplishment, just considering what they had to do in order to even do this. And there's quite a few extremely good runs. Doom Eternal, and they did a new run of the data organization fights from Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Again, the strategies are just bonkers. DC Fandome happened. Going through the announcements, they showed off probably all the footage that they have filmed so far of the new Batman movie.
More than likely.
Um,
It turned a lot of people.
to liking it
Yes.
or hating it. Yeah,
Loving it.
I the only thing that I don't like about it so far is just the gun bat emblem. A little bit too on the nose. But the one thing that I will say that I am just like, for a super movie in general, that I'm like, fucking finally, is he takes his damn mask off and he has the goddamn eye paint on his face.
Makes sense.
It's just
Cowards were too cowardice to do it.
just so many movies, including I think either Batman v Supes or the Justice League movie, where Batfleck takes off the cowl and just no makeup on his face. It's like, fucking Just do it. Everyone knows. Like, the only other movie that I can think of that actually did it was Kick-Ass. That's the only other movie that comes to mind where they show, oh, shit. Oh, my God. Ghost Rider, actor. What's his name?
Nick Cage.
Yes, thank you. Nick Cage. They show him, like, getting prepared to put on his hero costume, and they show him actually putting on the black eye makeup. That's the only other movie that I can think of where they actually address it in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, just overall, looks good. The one action scene where he just beats the shit out of the one thug, great. And I guess they're going to potentially start filming again in September, but we'll see what happens there. Yeah, looks good so far. I didn't watch it yet, but they showed off a trailer for the Snyder Cut, which apparently is going to be 4 one-hour episodes on HBO. And Snyder is getting snarky on Twitter.
I'm having none of it.
It's... Whew.
That friggin' dark side looked like silly putty. Get it that it stinks.
I guess they redesigned Steppenwolf as well, although I haven't seen it. But yeah, I don't know if the movie could even get better than okay. That's what Justice League was. I don't see how it can get better.
Based on everything I've seen from Snyder, no.
Yeah.
But who knows?
We shall see. They showed off a CG trailer for the Suicide Squad game, which I know BG is...
Tired of evil Superman.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just tired of it. Just
Bro,
so fucking tired of it.
He's got purple eyes this time.
It's like that's the only WB sucks. Superman is super interesting, and he's a super good character, and make it happen. But no.
Wait.
Evil Superman again.
A lot of what WB is doing is they kind of don't believe in their characters.
Besides Batman.
Exactly. Flashpoint is going to have Batfleck and seemingly Keaton.
Ain't no seemingly. He's in there.
Which they showed off.
Have some fun with it. Because that's what they did with Crisis on Infinite Earths for the big CW crossover.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Smallville and
go for it, but just
Kingdom
that just
Come.
kind of proves the point that they don't believe in anything but Batman.
How much more, Mike?
I mean, nothing. We might talk about a few things. Nothing too much more though. Breezing through, they showed off
there's
Gotham.
some news that just came out, so I want to.
They showed off Gotham Knights, which is basically just the Arkham games, except you're the Bat Kids instead of Batman.
Yep, co-op.
If you like those games, should be good. Announced the title for the new Shazam movie, so there's a Shazam 2 happening, Fury of the Gods. They showed an animatic of the Black Adam movie with The Rock, which is apparently going to feature the Justice Society. Flashpoint, they had a new trailer for the Wonder Woman movie where they showed off Cheetah, and I saw so many fucking cats memes.
It's not fair. It looked good.
The problem is there's a lot of motion in the scene and it's dark, so you can't really tell too well, but it looks fine.
It's not gonna be cats.
I don't think it is either. It's just that's the meme comparison. That's all, at least that I saw as far as big announcements from DC Fandom. There's probably other stuff too that I missed. Then Gamescom is happening right now, and just the notable announcements that I saw from that were Fall Guys Season 2, Doom Eternal's getting some story DLC. Give me more Doom Eternal. Scarlet Nexus, which is action, anime, RPG type game, very similar to the Switch game that came out, whose name I am forgetting. Shit. DA, you should be able to help me with this. Why aren't you helping me with
He,
this?
dude, he's the news. He's going through it. So
I would have to look up the game. But yeah, that looks interesting. And then just as far as news announcements, COD Blops, Cold War, which none of us care, but the one game that actually like I'm not going to play, but I think is interesting and actually might be like a sleeper hit was the Captain Tsubasa soccer game.
oh yeah, that looks mad fun.
A lot of
Crazy.
people
Like-
are saying that. Looks really good.
Like again, I don't really have a whole lot of interest in sports games, but just there really isn't a name in soccer video games besides FIFA, and FIFA
Yes,
is
there
very
is.
that
The Konami one.
I
Winning
don't even
11
know.
or something like that.
I don't even know what you're talking about. But as far as like most of them are just like realistic simulators. There isn't anything besides like the first game that comes to mind is Mario Strikers, as far as like a quirky,
Mad
fun
fun.
soccer game. And I feel like this will definitely check that box. And then that's basically it. Most of the other stuff is a couple of personal things that I forgot to mention, but whatever. Stories.
They can be saved for next time.
Yeah. So what is
News.
this news?
Black Panther Chadwick Boseman has died.
Oh shit.
Yes. Apparently a battle with colon cancer for 4 years. And he just succumbed to it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I did not know that he was actually
Who did?
fighting it. Yeah. That is nuts.
I saw it on the Associated Press, and then it was on his official Twitter account.
Well, rest in peace. That's wow. That's kind of a bummer to end the podcast.
Out of man.
Nowhere, literally.
Okay.
Yep. That's why I was like the news, because I barely paid attention.
Well,
I think we just sunset this one.
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do any trivia. Hey,
Let's
Yes.
just laters this one out of here.
2020, man.
What a dude! This
We
year-
got 3 months left, and it's gonna be the hardest uphill battle.
4 months. September, October, November,
Oh
December.
my goodness.
We're 2/3 of the way through the year.
Yeah, it's still like
And we're battling the wildest wildfire and a hurricane that was greater than Katrina.
we have natural disasters on top of a pandemic, on top of a financial recession,
On top of a multitude of deaths.
systematic oppression coming to a head.
Riots and just people getting gunned down in the streets. Military just marching into cities. Like,
This is whew.
what a year. It
This-
cannot end soon enough.
Yeah.
Man.
This legit. 40 years from now, this has to be in like history books.
It's gonna be in
Oh
history
no,
books.
it's going to be a
legitimate.
chapter. It's going to be its own chapter.
This is what happened in 2017. Ain't nothing.
I think we had bird flu, and that was just kind of like, maybe we had Ebola on that one.
Ebola was just like, don't get
No.
Ebola and you fine.
That
And
was
that's
during-
what the people were thinking with COVID. Like, just don't get it and you cool.
that
No,
was
you
during
thought-
Obama, and 2017 is Trump.
Enough.
Literally, there's probably some famous deaths that happened in 2017, but
Yeah, I remember one year for celebrity deaths was just like another one.
that may have been like the Carrie Fisher year, potentially.
It may have been.
But yeah, this is oof. So yeah,
Bro, this is
with-
ridiculous.
With that, We will put this.
Just
on-
throw the year away.
put
Just
this pod.
Dude, legitimately, just everybody stay home, do nothing.
just for the rest of the year. It should just be like everybody, you get money, nobody goes out or does anything. The world just stops for
It
you
just
for the
stops.
next 4 months. At least America. America stops for the next 4 months.
No,
'Cause
but
this is like, what the
rights. Ugh. All right. With that, we will end this podcast. Also, that half hour took an hour and a half for dinner for Ralph.
Oh, you didn't see your phone.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, he said he wasn't going to make it.
Okay. With that, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the podcast of stuff. Maybe we'll see you next week, but most definitely we'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll talk about it. We'll decide.
Yeah, we'll think.
Yep. See y'all laters.
Later.